first game versus Murray State. How do you feel like you and the offensive line gel?
I think we did some good things as like a unit. Being the first time that we've had live action together in like a real game. But I think there's always things to get better at, and I think there's a lot of things we can improve on. Going into week 2. So I'm excited.
Specific things that stand out to you?
I'd say like pad level and maybe a little bit of footwork along with just like running to the ball. Being there when the running back falls down to pick him up, and just covering on pass plays.
Was it a little strange seeing someone, Cody Schrader hurtling past you?
Oh yeah, a little different, but we've had Marcus and Nate here all camp, and so it's been good.
What's it been like working with those two and the different styles that they bring?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, to be honest, you don't even really know who's in there at times, so it's really not until they get past you who you see is in the game. But it's good. I think they both bring, their own specialties, but I think together they're even better.
Connor, I think the starting offensive line played about 55 snaps. I mean, how valuable does that become later on? And when you get to week 9 or 10, that you can have a week where you had a quarter and a half off.
Yeah, I think it's gonna, definitely help you stay fresh as the year goes on. Also, your body really does take a toll, especially playing offensive line. So I think just limited wear and tear is only going to be better, just to stay fresh and have your legs underneath you as the year goes on.
But can you tell a difference on even Sunday and Monday versus, say, again, where you were out there for 80 snaps in an SEC game?
Yeah, I think you can tell. Deep in the fourth quarter, I think you really start to tell, like, how good your treatment was during the week, how good your preparation was. I think you really tell, and coming back on Monday, it wasn't as bad as it's been before.
How did it feel finally getting into a game with Caden and Marcus, and how did you think they played on Thursday?
I think they did some good things out there together. Being their first time, I think they'll have things they need to improve on, but I think you find the biggest improvement from week 1 to 2, so I think they'll be all right.
What similarities do you see in Caden and Marcus compared to Javon and Nets? And the defenses also.
I don't know. To be honest with you, that's a interesting question. I don't know. Maybe as the year goes on, we'll find more.
Connor, for you getting named to PFF's Team of the Week, week 1, what was that like for you and just getting recognition this early in the 2024 season?
I think it's good, but I just want to keep playing and hopefully play better. Just as the year goes on. I think it's early still too. So.
Connor, once some of the reserve offensive linemen got in the game in the third quarter and beyond, what were some things that stood out to you?
I just think to get those guys in a game too. I don't know if any of them. Some of them have never been in a game, so they have some real live action. There's nothing like game experience, so that was probably good for them. And I think they did a good job still just running the ball. I don't know if they passed much, but I think they kept doing good in the run game.
What are some of the big things you felt like the starting offensive line did particularly well?
I don't think we gave up any sacks and maybe few tackles for a loss. And I'd say those are 2 stats that, have more percent on how an offensive line did throughout a game. So I'd say those were 2 categories we did good in.
For a week 1 game against a non-conference team, for the fans to come out as loud as they did, what was that like for you guys? How did you guys use that? And
I think it was great. It kind of carried off of what the fans had created last year, and maybe the surge in the fan base from previous years. So I think for them to just carry that on, and this year I think it'll only get better in the atmosphere at Mizzou. So.
Third year starting, for yourself, what could you kind of tell the difference compared to this time last year and this time a couple of years ago?
Like just nerves and comfortability, being out there, I would say are the biggest things. Some confidence in yourself, feeling like you've been in this moment before, like this is nothing new. And I'd say those are the biggest areas.
Connor, last year there seemed to be at times a little bit of miscommunication with Brady Cook sometimes with some of the snaps, like Bambi. Would you say another year in the offense that's kind of been ironed out by this point now?
Yeah, I think most of that was on me and my fault. So I think just having to take responsibility for that, and then just working over the off season, and then throughout fall camp to help, eliminate those.
Anything else for Connor?